All right, so the other day somebody on the channel asked for an update on Deuce, our Turkish Kangal. So we're gonna head inside this pasture here and we're gonna check him out. But the other thing I also got asked questions about is, how do you feed your livestock guardian dogs when you're going out of town? So we're gonna modify this goat feeder here, which if you need to know how to build that goat feeder, I'll put a link on the video somewhere. But on the inside of these, what I like to do, because livestock guardian dogs tend to not like everybody. So whenever you may travel or be out of town, or somebody who could be coming and taking care of your animals, it's always better to make sure that they're going to be safe as much as the dogs. So what we do is inside of our feeders, we always put where the door opens typically this direction, so now they kind of have a barricade to get away from the dogs so the dogs don't freak out. And then I have this tube here, which used to be a pig feeder. We try not to waste anything around here. We don't have pigs anymore, so now I'm going to cut the base of this off. But what we do is we install that tube inside the feeder here. So now where we feed the goats and sheep, we'll also be able to have somebody can just come and take his dog food and just pour it right in the top, and it goes right down the chute and ends up right down here in his feeding dish. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here, we're gonna see Deuce, hi big boy. And then I'm gonna go and show you how we're gonna modify this and then how the feeders work when it's all done. All right, so here's Deuce getting his close up today. So he's not even 2, and you can tell he is a big boy. He is gonna be a giant. He is the muscle around our farm. But I'll tell you, you wouldn't know it when you're the owner coming out here and playing with him. He's just a great big sweetheart. He just wants to lean on you like this, just wants to be pet, and just wants lots of loving from you. But man, when he comes to alerting or comes to being like the livestock dog, he is a force to be reckoned with. He is no joke. We absolutely love him on the farm. He's one of our best additions for the dogs. We love these livestock dogs. The devotion that these animals have to their people and to their animals is just incredible. You know, whenever he's out here with the goats and the sheep will actually follow the dogs. So we have some other pastures that get them where they can go about 250, 300 yards from the house. The goats and sheep won't go down without the dogs. So they have become so accustomed that they know that they're protected when the dogs are around, that even if the dogs hear something back at the house, the goats and sheep will come running back on their own because the dogs are no longer with them. So that's just kind of a quick update on Deuce. He still has some filling out to do because, like I said, he's not even 2 yet. But anybody who's looking to get into Turkish Kangal, you know, some of the videos on there are really gonna kind of put the hype and kind of might even put a little sphere into you about getting the breed. As long as you're somebody that's gonna be using them as a working dog, not a pet. They are absolutely incredible. We actually bred him with our Maremma, and we had puppies, and everybody that we sold puppies to just loves the dogs. They said they're just the best dogs they've ever had. They take right to any kind of livestock you put them with. We even have a couple of dogs that went to families that are protecting birds. Most of them go to working homes with sheep and goats, but everybody has had nothing but great things to say about him. We absolutely love him and his temperament, and you know, that's I really can't brag enough about these dogs. So that's kind of a quick update on Deuce. Let's get back to building this feeder here so that way when people come to watch him, they won't have to come in here when they want to feed him. All right, so I got the feeder tube installed inside here. So the first thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need to build one of these feeders. And I'll put a link in the description on how to build this. And we use this for our goats and our sheep. But the biggest thing is when you open this door up, so if the livestock guardian dogs have never been around the person who's taking care of your farm, now they kind of have a barrier on top of the fence to keep the dog away from it. And they have the fence here to kind of keep that barrier between the dogs. So now if your dog's unsure, easy enough for them, all they have to do is just take the feed and just dump it right here in the top of the tube. And it pours it out right here in the bottom of it. Now I'll probably build a little backsplash, kind of a little catch on the back side of it, so as it hits it all, it just kind of stops down inside there. But all in all, that's pretty much how it works. So now somebody who the dogs may not be used to, they don't actually have to go in with any of the dogs. They don't have to go in with your goats or your sheep. You know, and the other thing that we like to do is, if you can tell right here, our goats are right next to the dogs. We like to feed our animals together because we kind of feel that it makes a better bond for the dogs and the animals. Now, if the goats get too close to try to eat his food, he will check them, and so are other dogs, which is a good thing. They all kind of figure out what food is whose. But feeding them together definitely, I think, builds a better bond. But beyond all that, really putting one of these feeders inside here is the best way that if somebody's going to be dog sitting for you, you never have to worry about them having access to the livestock dogs. All right, thanks for joining for a little update on Deuce, and also how to update one of those feeders so you can make it so anybody who watches your livestock dogs doesn't actually have to go in the pasture with them. I'll put a link in the description for how to build one of those feeders, because that's kind of the key to this, is just modifying it to work with your dogs. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please throw them in that comment section. I'll do what I can to answer them for you. And that's questions about Deuce, questions about the feeder, anything at all. I will do my best to answer any questions. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you around.